I'm a city boy, born and bred. But for my latest adventure, I'm heading for the countryside of the north of England. Looks pretty desolate, doesn't it, with this heather-covered land spreading in every direction. My journey's taking me from the west coast of Cumbria, nearly 200 miles east to Robin Hood's Bay on the North Yorkshire coast. Oh, there he is! Oh, man, that was so good. As I cross this spectacular countryside, it's such a beautiful landscape. It's almost manicured. I'm meeting the people
Cheers, you've good health.
who live and work here.
There you go, you're a natural.
I was born for this. Any more fares? Wow! Ooh.
Should the Volvo?
I can't do it anymore. Oh my God, I panicked. This week on my coast-to-coast adventure, a 90-foot-high feat of Victorian engineering. It is pretty magnificent, isn't it? It's one of the only curved viaducts in the entire country. This is a bit of a treat, isn't it? Classic coaches providing a vital link.
Your conductor of the day.
Conductor of the day, yes! Get in! And the mountain rescue team on a race against time. The temperature's dropped and dropped, and the terrain has got more and more difficult. I've left the beauty of the Lake District behind me, and for the next stage of my coast-to-coast adventure, I'm heading into the Eden Valley, and beyond that, the Pennines. At nearly 200 miles long, the coast-to-coast route straddles the north of England across 3 national parks. But I'm stepping off the more well-trodden routes, creating my own coast-to-coast adventure. I'm about 60 miles in, and for this leg, I'm starting at Great Asby Scar, heading into the Yorkshire Dales and finishing at the tiny hamlet of Keld. Here we go. The scenery along the River Eden Valley promises to be the most varied I've encountered, and to get to it will require a sharp intake of breath or two. I'm hiking nearly 400 metres up to the dramatic landscape of Great Asby Scar. Isn't this the most extraordinary phenomenon? It's like I'm walking on the surface of another planet, but in fact all this is part of a natural limestone pavement. 300 million years ago, all around here would have been part of a tropical sea. There would have been trillions of tiny little shells and bones and creatures who would have drifted to the bottom and mixed up with the corals, and the sediment would gradually have become solid rock. But it's the cracks and crevices of this lunar-like landscape that make the limestone slab so visually arresting. The reason that this landscape is so broken up is because of erosion. You've got these big lumps of rock, which are called clints, but you've also got these big cracks, like this one here, which are called grikes, and they're caused by water seeping into the vulnerable parts of the rock over tens of thousands of years. They can be up to 5 metres deep. And from our point of view, one of the good things about them is that they harbour lots of little plants and flowers. Look down here. That's a wall lettuce. You can actually eat the leaves. There aren't any leaves on it at the moment, just these lovely little flowers. But this is really interesting. It's one of the rarest ferns in the United Kingdom. It's a deciduous fern, as you can see by the fact that the leaves are already starting to darken. It's called rigid buckler, which I think is a great name for a fern. Between the barren and dry rocks, life's still teeming in this prehistoric landscape. It's amazing, isn't it, that this is the last remaining evidence of a 300-million-year-old ocean. You certainly wouldn't be able to get a skinny cappuccino and an almond croissant around here, would you? Well, actually, you might. In search of a cake and a barista, I have to go a little further south and then make an unlikely stop for a walker. The M6 motorway was carved through this rural Cumbrian countryside in the 1970s, cutting through farmers' land. But Sarah Dunning's dad saw this as an opportunity to sell local produce to people travelling through the area. Sarah, you've got the most extraordinary family story. How did it all start?
Mum and Dad are farmers. They settled here when they were married, and we're actually on their farmland here.
This, of course, was before the M6 came storming through.
The Department of Transport decided there was going to be a little motorway service area here, and my dad knew that he was going to have to do something else to make his farm sustainable.
Yep.
And they thought, well, it's on our doorstep, and I wonder if we should have a go and make a bid. So that's what they did. You know, the farmers and the food producers around here were the basis of what they sold inside. It was very small at the beginning, and...
How big?
It was literally a couple of petrol pumps, a very small cafe with 20-odd seats, and a shop which was probably no more than 5 metres by 5 metres. And then it grew organically as the motorway traffic grew.
Travellers who stop at the service station can taste the delights of locally produced food. And they can try one of Cumbria's most celebrated products, made right here on the premises. I'm about to learn the secrets of one of these. That is a Cumberland sausage, and they're made through here. Dave?
Hi there.
Can you show me how to make a Cumberland sausage?
As long as you don't go on telling everybody how we do it.
I swear I won't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's all right then.
What's the meat you're chopping?
Shoulder of pork. Right, if you're okay to fetch that over here, Tony, we'll put it in this mincer.
Yep. There it goes.
Okay. You can see it's coming out there now. And now we add our seasoning.
What's in there?
Rusk, sage, black pepper, and I can't really tell you what else is in there. You can guess that.
Secret ingredient.
That's the one.
It's in there somewhere. This now iconic product has been granted protected geographical status. So, like champagne and Parmesan cheese, Cumberland sausage can only be made in its place of origin.
Right, we'll put the skins onto the filler now, Tony. These are natural hog skins. So what we're doing is cradling it with that hand. You don't want any gaps, you want a consistent thickness. Right, Tony, you feel confident to have a go?
I'll have a go, yeah.
Right, so you just support it with that hand.
Support its weight.
Yeah, just cradle it. Yeah.
Oh, it's going too fast.
Yeah. So you need your fingers just
Just tickling it.
Just tickling it, sir.
Yeah.
Tickling a trout.
Yeah.
There you go, you're a natural.
Oh, yeah. I was born for this. I got a bulge then.
Oh, yeah, a little bulge, but it's your maiden voyage, Tony. We'll
I could do
accept
this
that.
all day. Whoa!
Oh, stop,
no,
stop,
I've
stop.
got a split. Oh, has anyone got a bandage?
So you've created a Cumberland sausage. So if you will, we'll just put it into a ring. Yeah, that's it. It's like a Catherine wheel, isn't it?
I tell you what, this is a very big Cumberland sausage.
You won't need many chips with that one, Tony.
No. There you are, boy. I've got my sausage in a bun. I'll eat it on the bus. I'm crossing the north of England on my coast-to-coast adventure. I've now travelled 70 miles from the west coast of Cumbria and reached the village of Ravenston-Dale in the Eden Valley. I could do with a lift to my next destination, and luckily there's a bus depot on the edge of the village, but it's certainly not what I expected. I haven't seen buses like these in over 50 years. Anthony Hamer has turned his passion into a business. Oh, Anthony, that is such a beautiful coach.
Yes, this is Florence.
Have they all got names?
They've all got names, yes. They're all like part of the family.
What about this one, Peter?
Originally from Bamber Bridge, near Preston. It used to go to the Leyland Motor Works in its heyday with the workers that were making the Leyland buses, you know.
And what about those two?
Those two, that's Daisy and Lawrence. Daisy worked in North Wales as a seaside bus, and Lawrence worked down around Manchester as a long-distance luxury coach.
Cumbria Classic Coaches is home to a fleet of vintage buses. They provide a vital transport link for rural communities, as well as a trip down memory lane for their passengers. Can I have a sit in one?
Of course you can, absolutely.
Fancy sticking my leg in the... Oh, oblige. Oh, it's like climbing Mount Everest, isn't it? Oh, this is amazing. I used to drive a coach that was sort of late 1950s. When I just left drama school,
Yes.
there was a touring theatre company, went all around the country, and they got this old coach, and they got nobody to drive it. And I got a backhander of £2 a week to drive something like this. I used to be knackered. All that double declutching and heaving the steering wheel around. When we got to the show at the end of the day, I used to have to go and have a lie down. I was so knackered. For an hour I would be there before I got my costume on. But it is wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, they're fabulous.
King of the road.
Well done.
What now?
Let's go and have a look at Harriet.
Where's Harriet?
Over there.
With a 9.8 litre engine and a top speed of 40 miles per hour, this lovely 1954 model is one of only 2 left in existence, almost completely in their original condition. Who's driving today?
I'm driving today, yes.
So what'll I be doing?
You're conductor of the day.
Conductor of the day, yes! Get in! This is a bit of a treat, isn't it?
Hello, how are you doing? Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Today we're on the weekly 569 route to Hawes, and we'll be winding our way through some outstanding countryside. The Hobbs family are on holiday in the area. Why did you decide to come on a bus?
These two like going out on buses, and
Do you like buses?
we're here on holiday, so
Yeah.
it was an opportunity to go somewhere different, and it's part of the trip.
So where are you going to today?
Hawes.
What are you going to do when you get there?
The cheese factory, I think.
Yep. And a bit of ropes, being scouts. So we're going to go to the rope museum place there as well.
So you might be able to do a bit of knotting this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll give them a go.
Any more fares? You paid up?
No.
I'll see you afterwards. Any more fares? These four-wheeled wonders aren't just for tourists. When the local bus service was reduced, the company stepped in and now runs a service connecting rural communities with the larger towns of Penrith and Kendal. Hi guys.
Hello.
Have you used this bus before?
Yes, many times, yeah. We don't have any public transport where we live now, other than these buses.
So it must be quite vital to you.
It is, yeah. We don't have a shop or a post office in the village, so without this, we'd be a bit stuck at the moment.
Today, Lulu and James are on their way to a family do. What have you got in there?
I've got a crumble for James's parents.
A crumble for the in-laws? Well, let's have a look. That's a proper way to use a country bus, to take a crumble to the in-laws.
Yeah.
It's like Red Riding Hood, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fantastic how a brief bus ride can connect you with so many people, and a shame I have to get off. But I've earned my ride, and this is where I want to get to. That was really great. Thanks a lot. Bye. This is the Vale of Malastang, and at the top of this hill is a castle ruin. It's a place with a jumbled-up history of fact and fiction. That's the Eden River down there, and over here is Pendragon Castle. Uther Pendragon was the father of King Arthur, although quite frankly I don't think that castle's got much to do with King Arthur. It's 12th century. The keep's Norman and it's got 14th century and 17th century bits and bobs added onto it. Nevertheless, the notion that it had belonged to Uther Pendragon stuck, and myths and folktales started to arise, like the one that said that Uther tried to divert the River Eden in order to fill up his gigantic moat, but failed utterly. And out of that came a local couplet which went, "Let Uther Pendragon do what he can, the Eden will run where Eden ran." Leaving the River Eden and a local legend behind, it's time to get back to the present. I'm travelling to the village of Clifton near Penrith to discover how resourceful businesses have to be to survive here today. Abbott's Lodge Farm is producing premium products using ultra-modern technology. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Lovely cows. I think they're queuing up now.
Yeah, I think it's about time we should go and milk some cows.
Come on then. Stephen and Claire Bland are tenant farmers with a herd of 300 Jersey cows, and milking time is a big job. What are they eating in there?
It's concentrate feed and the collars identify the cow.
Each of Stephen's cows wears a collar fitted with a unique chip. During milking, the computer monitors the amount and quality of the milk.
As sportsmen use sports nutritionists, we use a cow nutritionist and we formulate our rations. So we formulate for milk production, weight gain, if the cow's in calf, all sorts of things like that.
Brilliant. They're in now?
Yeah, so we better milk a cow. So what I'll do is I'll show you what to do with the first cow. Yeah. So first thing is we spray the cow. Yeah. So if you spray your cow, and what that does is it really is like a disinfectant, but it's stopping us putting any infection in the cow's udder. Then we strip the milk, and this is called thin the fore milk. And that's just to see if the milk's okay. So there's no. So if you can do that, try and keep your head up. That's it. That's it. Brilliant. Brilliant. And then we have a nice clean cloth, and we clean the teats. And what we're actually doing is imitating what a calf would do. A calf nuzzles, and that stimulates milk flow. A lot of people think that cow's milk is sucked out, but it actually isn't. It's a natural reaction.
The next step is to attach the milking unit.
And away you go.
Oh, it won't go in. That's it. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And there we go. And you can see the milk now starting to flow.
This technology is measuring every last drop of milk, calculating the volume per cow. A small electrical current then passes through it to check for bugs and health problems.
Although it costs a lot, it's returning its investment, helps us make more money by improving our health of our cows, our yield of our cows, and ultimately getting our cows back in calf, and that's what we need to do as farmers.
And what about the quality of life for the cow?
Oh, that's far and away better. Everything's cared for. We've now got mattresses for the cows to sleep on in the cubicles. They've got automatic scrapers to take all the manure away. So life's pretty good for a cow. You look after the cow will look after you. For us as a Jersey producer, we're in a niche market, and our milk buyer sells his products into high-end milk, like gold top milk.
So your milk is the Aston Martin or the Range Rover?
Absolutely, well, whatever you want, yeah.
What sets Jersey cows apart is that they're able to convert more of their diet into butterfat, giving their milk that famously creamy texture.
We've milked these cows, everything's OK with them, so we'll let them go. Just press that top button and it'll open the front gate.
Wagons roll. We were just discussing some of the technology around farming, and suddenly somebody goes, a cow's given birth, a cow's given birth. Did you... Look, sorry, mate, can you see her over there? It's actually happened just now. Look at this down here. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen?
And I can tell now from here it's a girl.
So what does this mean to you?
In 2 years' time, believe it or not, this will be giving birth, hopefully to another heifer calf, to carry on the dynasty and producing quality milk.
Well, good luck, mate. Have a lovely life. Well, that was a nice surprise.
And this is what all farming's about. And there you are, it's trying to get up to have its first milk colostrum.
Oh, sweetheart.
There you are. Nearly its first steps in life. What a great moment. That gives me a buzz, that.
And me. While most of the milk goes for sale as gold top, Stephen and Claire use some of it to produce Jersey ice cream. Right, what are we going to do first?
This is the pasteuriser, so we start here. The milk comes just across the yard from the milking parlour where we've just been, and we add to that sugar and cream.
What's the pasteurising process?
It's just heating it up really quickly to kill any bugs that might be in the milk. But Stephen's very particular about the cows and the milk, so there's no bugs at all in there. In fact, it's cleaner than water. We want About 5 litres, or just under the 5 litre mark, so we'll have to turn that, yep.
All right. Oh, I didn't expect that to come out so fast. Nearly went hurtling backwards then. This milk was inside the cow only a few hours ago, so it's super fresh. The only other ingredient, strawberry puree.
Get into the bottom of the bucket. That's looking good. Yeah.
Right, where does this go?
We're heading over here to the batch freezer.
OK.
You all right, Paul?
Yeah. There he goes. Way. Lovely.
And then press the ice cream.
Hey! Oh, that's gorgeous.
And there you are. You can have a spatula to sort of level it out. That's ready to eat. Make some nice patterns in the top. There we go. Ice cream. A la Tony.
Shall I clean this?
If you like.
Good. That's not bad at all. That's not bad, is it? Next, I'm on top of the world. From the distance, they look like voices from across the millennia. And I meet the next generation of sheepdogs. I could train this one up, you know.
Well, that one is still available.
Oh, really? I'm on my coast-to-coast adventure exploring the Eden Valley, a beautiful and historic landscape in the heart of northern England. And I'm headed to the centre of its industrial heritage. Smardale Gill is a steep-sided valley with an important past. This is Smardale Gill viaduct, built in 1861. It is pretty magnificent, isn't it? It's one of the only curved viaducts in the entire country. In its heyday, it was carrying 1 million tonnes of coke every year from the northeast to Barrow-in-Furness for iron and steel production. At 90 feet high, the 14 arches of the viaduct cross the steep sides of this narrow valley. Viaducts were key to the Industrial Revolution in the UK, enabling the development of railways through challenging landscapes like this. The viaduct was built by Sir Thomas Bouch, a Cumbrian engineer, as part of the South Durham and Lancashire Railway. In use for just over a century, the line closed in 1962. It's now been restored and given a Grade 2 listing to ensure its preservation. There's another tribute to the Industrial Revolution right here. This may look like an ancient Greek rampart, but it's actually a lime kiln, and they used to shovel the lime out here, put it in the trucks, and then send it down the tracks to Barrow. But the days when steam trains hurtled along here are long gone. Instead, this is now a beautifully protected corridor for the local fauna and flora. You've got this closely cropped landscape here and one on the other side, but right here you've got rare sedges, rare butterflies, and 9 or 10 different kinds of orchids, including whoppers like that one. The common fragrant orchid. Many families in this part of Cumbria live and breathe farming, with over 30 sheep farms in the area. It's a labour-intensive job, but farmers often have a four-legged friend to give them a helping hand. 26-year-old Joanne Bentham has been training Border Collies for around 10 years, and today I'm getting a masterclass in working with these canine colleagues.
Bye.
Hi, Joanne.
I'll do.
What's the name of the dog?
Faye. Come here, good lass. Lie there.
Hello, mate. You're beautiful, aren't you? So intelligent. And are they a particularly smart dog, do you think?
One of the smartest breeds. But then maybe I'm a little bit biased, so. A lot of people struggle to walk the dogs on leads and stuff, but like you see them working on the fell and they're running like half a kilometre away in your control, and you just can't believe that they'd actually listen to you from that distance.
Border Collies are working dogs, bred for their stamina, intelligence and obedience. Fast learners, they thrive on a busy working farm. How long have you been doing this?
Well, it all started when I was about 15 and we had a litter of pups off one of our older dogs, and I just said to Mum, can I ever go at training one?
How long does it take to train a sheepdog?
It varies. Generally like 5, 6 months old, they usually take an interest in the sheep. 18 months, 2 years old is when most dogs are getting there with the training, but most people say they hit the peak when they're like 3 or 4.
The modern Border Collie breed descends from one dog named Old Hemp, bred in Northumberland in the late 19th century. Old Hemp fathered over 200 puppies before he died in 1903, securing the breed a future on British farms. What do you think makes a good sheepdog?
They've got to have a good attention span. They need to be keen for the sheep. So like you see Faye's just like always got an eye on the sheep, and they all want to be willing to please you as well, because if she wants to please me, she'll like do what I say.
With Joanne's training and skill at handling sheepdogs, she's got complete control over what the dogs are doing. She makes it look easy, but how will I fare asking Faye to round up these sheep? What are the commands?
If you want to go to the right, it's away. And
Away.
If you want to go to the left, come by.
Come by.
And it's sit down to stop her.
It's basically 3 things.
Basically, yeah.
Faye! Away, Faye! Away! Away!
Should I set her off for you?
No, I'm going to do this. Faye! Faye! Away, Faye! Oh. Away, Faye! The dog's obviously shy. I've never had this trouble before.
I'll get her started if you like, and then we'll see how she does when we get
Oh, all
closer.
right, you get them started.
Away.
Oh, look.
Away.
Come by's...
Left, yeah.
Come by, come by!
Oh, there you go, you've got her.
Come by! Good girl.
Get her to stop.
Sit. Sit. Away that way. Come by, come by.
Nearly there.
Well, I thought that was pretty good, one way and another. Faye's a hard-working sheepdog, so it's no surprise that she's in demand for breeding. Just 3 weeks ago, she gave birth to a litter of 10 adorable puppies.
There, lie there, lie there.
Oh. They are magnificently cute. Are we allowed to pick one up?
Yeah, I'll get you one. Come on then.
The little eyes are going all the time, just like their mum, aren't they?
Oh yeah, as soon as you walk in, they're like, come on then, where's the food at?
Yeah. Why did you want Faye to have puppies in the first place?
She's like a really good working dog, and I found a dog that I really liked to go with her, and I just thought it'd be a good combination to have, really.
Will you keep one?
Yeah, decided which one yet though.
And will you train it up?
Yeah, keep it as well, so it'll run alongside its mother, Faye.
What will you be looking for when you choose yours?
Been bold and sort of like not really scared of anything, so just ones that are a bit more feisty, I suppose.
You're not charmed by the soppy runt?
She's actually one of the feistiest, though.
Oh, really? Oh.
She's not really backing down that much, so...
Do you think most of these will end up as pets or as working dogs?
Well, hopefully we'll get them all off to working homes. We have had pups here before that have gone to be a search and rescue dog.
You could get one to do search and rescue.
That might be nice for them to go and do that, so something useful.
I could train this one up, you know. These pedigree pups make fantastic working dogs, and today local farmer Sarah Hogarth has brought her 9-year-old daughter Fiona to choose one. Don't have to make your mind up until you've absolutely chosen which one you want.
Which one do you like?
Is it going to be that one? No, right, put that one to one side. Is it going to be this one? No. Is it going to be this one?
Yeah. That the one?
Sure?
Yeah.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
What's she going to call her?
Jem.
What's she going to be, a pet or a working dog?
Working dog, yeah, on the farm at home. We have 200 rough fell sheep, so yeah, you can't manage your day's work without a border collie, so yeah, it's part of life.
Who's going to train the dog?
Me and Fiona together. I'll train Fiona how to train her.
Are you as good as Joanne is at training them?
Probably not. Might need some help and advice along the way, yeah.
It's great being immersed in some of the fantastic countryside that Cumbria has to offer and chatting away to the people who live and work here. But there's one thing that's even better, and that is feeding 10 puppies. A new day dawns, and as I tramp away from the gentle farmland towards the fells, the weather is on the turn, and it's head down into the rain as I make a steep ascent. 2,000 feet up on the backbone of Britain is Hartley Fell. This is Nine Standards Rigg, a series of huge dry stone cairns, some of them up to 12 foot tall. It's not clear what they are or why they're here. They've been keeping us guessing for centuries. Stephen Walker grew up in the shadow of these stones and has been studying them for years. These things are a conundrum, aren't they?
They're so huge that they can't just be boundary markers. They were built to be seen from 10 or 15 miles down the Eden Valley. We know that they've been here for at least 800 years. Ordnance survey maps show them in the 19th century. They're mentioned by name on charters for Swaledale in the 16th century. And there was a perambulation done by one of the Norman lords of Swaledale in the 12th century, and they're mentioned by their name, Nine Standards. So that's about 800, 900 years of history.
I know you get a good view from here, but do you think this area would have been particularly significant to ancient people?
I think it would, because this is on the main spine through the whole of Britain. All the rivers flowing that side, the Greater and the Swale are going into the North Sea. All the rivers going this way, the Lune, the Eden and so on, are going into the Irish Sea. So this is an important point for people from both sides.
Dare I say this might have had some kind of ritual element attached to it?
I think they had the same appreciation of the religious merits of high ground, just as we have. People like getting away from the cities, away from the lowlands. Yeah. This place, I'm sure, has been frequented over the millennia for just that reason. And this is on the skyline. It's designed to be seen by a lot of people. Farmers use them as markers when they're bringing the sheep in to sort out strays from Swaledale and strays from Edendale. Now they're used as markers for the coast to coast, of course.
Of course, yeah. Would there always have been 9 of them?
Well, I've seen photographs where there are 11 or 12 of them. And also, there are foundations for other cairns further along. So perhaps they've moved around a little. One of the interesting things is piecing it all together and trying to work out why they were doing this and how they were doing it at different times.
From the distance, they look like voices from across the millennia. It's only actually when you're close to them that you realise they're actually modern, aren't they?
They are modern. They were rebuilt in 2005 because they were derelict and dangerous. And we were fortunate enough to find a local craftsman, and he rebuilt them.
So they are really sort of art objects now, aren't they?
Very much so, contemporary art.
I suppose the frustration of them, but the joy as well, is that they can be whatever you want them to be.
They've been all kinds of things to all men, and they're still performing a function as they have over the millennia.
What I find so fascinating about this place is that these markers have always been here. All right, sometimes they've collapsed and been rebuilt, but it's always had meaning, it's always been important. I'm on my coast-to-coast adventure, and I've come down from Nine Standards Rigg into the nearby town of Kirkby Stephen. It seems extraordinary to me that even after 300 years of industrialisation, you can still find little towns like Kirkby Stephen, where you walk straight out of the countryside into the town without any suburbs, industrial units or parking lots. With just 2,500 residents, Kirkby Stephen's more like a village, but its location in the heart of the Eden Valley makes it a hub for the outlying communities. Which one are you supposed to put the money in? It's a quiet town full of rural charm. What do you do of an evening in a place like Kirby Stephen? Well, some people play it really hardcore, and I'm about to join them. I'm joining Kirby Stephen Mountain Rescue Team on a training exercise, but it's not in the classroom. Hiya.
Hello, Tony. My name's Adrian.
Nice to meet you.
Hi there.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Even though it's just a practice, taking it seriously allows the team to really test their response to a call-out.
The call from the police that they've heard from a party of geologists and 2 have injured themselves in the Gill up on Nine Standards Rigg somewhere. It will be a little bit of a search to do when we get up there.
In every respect, this will be exactly like a mountain rescue, except that no one has actually been injured. With spectacular views, these fells are a magnet for tourists and die-hard walkers. But the ever-changing weather conditions can prove perilous for even the most experienced hikers.
OK, guys, as far as we can go. So I need Pac-Man medical, gases, back splints.
Is all the stuff in the back?
Yeah.
Kirby Stephen Mountain Rescue has been going for almost 50 years. It's come a long way since the early days of poorly equipped first aiders and makeshift stretchers. Today, it's a highly trained and committed team made up entirely of volunteers.
On a search like this, where we want to make reasonably quick progress, we just take the real basic essentials. So you've got medical gases on your back there, which is oxygen and Entonox, and for pain relief. It's about 15 kilos.
Just say it's 25, all right?
Weighs 25 kilos, Tony.
Thank you.
They should be over here somewhere,
Well,
Tony.
I can hear them, I think. Hello?
Oh, here we go. We're going to have to go round a bit to get down to you. We can't get to you from this side. So I think we can probably cross down where those stones are down there.
Yeah. Hiya.
Hello. Kirby Stephen Mountain Rescue. Looks like you need some help, yeah? Like, how did you do this? Where did you fall from? What sort of height?
Just over there. Yeah.
Just over these rocks here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put my foot in the drop and twisted. And,
Yeah.
And I tried grabbing her and...
OK, have you got some pain then?
Yeah, I've got pain in my arm. Yeah.
OK, Kath. We've got Chris and Jill here. I'll hand over to you.
Adrian, why did you pass the baton on to Kath rather than doing it yourself?
As party leader, I'd now take charge of the site. I'm site manager now. I'd wait for her to tell me what we need, and I'll radio that through to the rest of the team to start bringing gear up.
What's happening, Kath?
I'm just checking with Chris what's actually happened. Is there any reason medically this may have happened?
She does look pretty cold.
She is quite cold. If we could get the shelter, Adrian, if you could bring the shelter over, we'll put it over everybody and keep them warm.
With the temperature starting to drop, this shelter's essential to protect the patient.
We've got 2 casualties down here, so we could do with another casualty carer and buddy down as soon as possible, over.
Yeah, copy that, over.
Hello?
Hello?
We got a stretcher coming.
Excellent. Could you ask for another buffalo bag or something to keep Jill warm?
Can we have another buffalo bag or something else to keep her warm? Minutes later, the rest of the team arrive to help take care of the second casualty and move our patients to safety.
You're OK. You're not going anywhere.
You warm enough? Been warmer.
So now we've got Jill out of the area, we can now start dealing with Chris a bit more effectively.
Yeah.
Do a proper assessment of her, get the leg stabilised,
Yeah.
and obviously that's going to need to go in a splint, get some proper pain relief into her. And we need to get a stretcher in here, because clearly she's not going anywhere without a stretcher.
Can I have a large dressing, a large leg splint and a pair of scissors?
Scissors, large dressing.
Scissors.
Thank you.
We're losing the light. It was difficult enough reaching the patient. Getting down from the fell could be a whole lot harder. It's funny, we know it's pretend. We know the 2 women aren't really hurt and this is just an exercise. But nevertheless, the tension's really ramped up in the last 10 minutes or so. We're losing the light very rapidly. It's really cold. The midges are biting like crazy. Imagine what it would be like if this was real. They've assembled the stretcher up there, but they can't get down this way. It's just too steep. So they've gone round the bottom of it. You can see it's not easy.
OK, guys, you want to bring the stretcher through and position it down here?
Okay, so critical phase now. We're trying to move the casualty from the current position onto the stretcher. Tricky, obviously, we don't want to cause any extra pain, so it takes a lot of very careful planning as to exactly how to move somebody, especially from a tricky position like this. Slowly, slowly.
Ready to lift, lift.
Too steep to go up the side, so we'll go the most logical route, which is down the beck. We've got some tricky ground to go over here with the rocks and boulders, some loose scree. That's going to be a bit difficult.
You just assume that these are all full-time members of the emergency services, but they're volunteers, aren't they?
Yeah, we're all volunteers. Nobody gets paid in mountain rescue in England and Wales. And we've got a right collection of people, you know, company directors, teachers, we've got a builder here with Jason, shopkeeper Grant, Steve there's got a fire safety installation business, gamekeeper down the end there, all sorts.
Ready to lift, lift. We started out on a really nice, warm, sunny evening, and the temperatures dropped and dropped, and the terrain has got more and more difficult. And now you've got this disciplined scrum of people carrying the injured person across this phenomenally difficult terrain. They're all voluntary, and they put their lives at risk and sacrifice all their time just to help other people. I've reached the end of this leg of my journey, marked by crossing the only county boundary on the trip, and I'm now halfway through my coast-to-coast trek. Before I came here, I'd no idea what the Eden Valley would be like. To be honest, I don't think I even really knew where it was, but I've really grown to like it. In fact, I think I probably like it more than I like the Lake District, and that's saying something. It doesn't have that claustrophobia that I associate with the Lake District, and it doesn't have the crowds and crowds of tourists, and it's easy to get about. And in its own way, it is very, very beautiful. I'll certainly be coming back. Next week, I'm in the stunning Yorkshire Dales. I'm off to market, where a farmer bravely lets me do his bidding. A quick march to the most unlikely of places to discover a wildlife sanctuary. Oh! And the colourful heather moorland's hardest workers. It's like I'm walking down a street full of factories, right in the middle of the Yorkshire Dales. I'm a city boy, born and bred, but for my next adventure, I'm heading into the countryside of northern England. Looks pretty desolate, doesn't it, with this heather-covered land spreading in every direction. My journey is taking me from the west coast of Cumbria, nearly 200 miles east, to Robin Hood's Bay on the North Yorkshire coast. Oh, there he is! Oh man, that was so good! As I cross this spectacular countryside... It's such a beautiful landscape. It's almost manicured. I'm meeting the people who live and work here.
There you go, you're a natural.
I was born for this. Any more fares? Look at this down here. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Wow! Ooh. This week... Listen, can you hear? The pits may have long gone, but the music lives on. Up on the moors, there's an industrial level of activity. It's incredible to think that each of these hives contains about 40,000 bees. And the largest British Army training base in the world hides a remarkable secret. Oh! I think that was one of the loveliest things I've ever been involved with. I finally arrived in the Yorkshire Dales. Look at that. Rolling hills, all those different greens in the valleys. It's picture postcard, isn't it? The landscape of the Yorkshire Dales is predominantly limestone. With its undulating valleys, windswept peaks and vast expanses of moorland, it's got a breathtaking natural beauty. But that's a working landscape. I want to find out more about the people who live there, what they do, what challenges they have to face. I'm rather looking forward to it. I've now crossed over the border from Cumbria to North Yorkshire, and I'm halfway on my coast-to-coast adventure. On this part of my journey, I'm starting in the village of Hawes, home of a famous Yorkshire export, travelling east across the Yorkshire Dales until I reach one of the finest country estates in Yorkshire, Kipling Hall. There's no better place to start than at the heart of the Yorkshire Dales, the home of Yorkshire Wensleydale cheese. Ironic when you consider its famous recipe was brought here by French monks at the turn of the 14th century. The Wensleydale Creamery contributes a whopping £10 million to the local economy. It's a far cry from 20 years ago, when it was about to be shut down because the then owners wanted to move production elsewhere. But the community was determined to save it. A buyout team, including local businessman Richard Clark, came to the rescue. When you started, that must have been quite a scary time.
I guess so, really, but we knew that it could succeed. You know, cheese has been made in this area since after the Norman conquest. People are passionate about the area. We're passionate about the area. We're Yorkshire people, you know, and we've got this grit about us. It would have been criminal to let it go.
You've got 2 factories now?
We've got 2 factories, yeah. We employ over 200 people now. All the milk comes from farmers within the given region, from the area which should be used for making traditional Yorkshire Wensleydale cheese.
How much cheese are you making now?
We make over 3,000 tonne of vat-made cheese a year. We strive to perfect what we're doing.
What are your plans for the future?
World domination.
Cheese domination?
Yeah.
You heard it here. Yorkshire Wensleydale is famously handmade, so I think it's time for me to lend a hand. I'm about to enter into the hallowed sanctuary of true Yorkshire cheesemaking. But before that, I've got to get all kitted up. I'm not telling you this code either. Paul. Expert cheesemaker Paul Whitehead has been working here for 15 years.
Earplugs.
Now what?
Hairnet back down over ears.
Pardon?
Oh, come here.
Before I get to taste it, this Yorkshire Wensleydale has to go through 10 processes to turn the locally sourced milk into cheese.
So here we're running our freshly pasteurised milk in, ready for the process to begin.
Cool. It's a lot of milk there, isn't there? How much do you reckon?
Well, this is one of our smaller vats. That'll be about 5,000 litres now.
And what's that big arm doing?
All that big arm's doing now is stirring the milk so the fat doesn't settle out.
Yeah.
The next step will be to add our starter cultures in.
This is a special mix of bacteria that are added to the milk to make it sour. It's these that contribute to Wensleydale's unique, mild, fresh flavour and crumbly texture. So would that taste any different?
Yeah, that would taste like natural yoghurt.
Rennet's then added to set the mixture, and this becomes curds and whey.
What we're going to do then, we're going to put our hand in and look for how it splits. We're looking for a nice bright green whey and a clean split.
Whoa! Oh, it is like jelly, isn't it?
Just like that.
Very weird. Oh yeah, that's definitely green in the middle, isn't it? The liquid whey is drained off, leaving the curds. So the curd is this chunky stuff.
Yeah.
And the whey is this greeny grey.
The whey is all the liquid that ran off.
Salt's mixed in to act as a natural preservative and adds to the cheese's distinct flavour.
Big handful.
Is this too small?
Yeah, bigger, bigger.
It's then popped into moulds and carefully wrapped in cheesecloth.
Oh dear.
Have I got to go outside and wash now?
Yes, please.
I stuck my finger like that in order to separate the different bits of material, but not allowed to do that, so I've got to go outside and wash my hands again. And my tongue, I suppose. I think this is a good time to head to the storeroom and see some of the other varieties of cheese they make here. These cheeses here are Wensleydale Blue, but they don't look like that when they first come in. Originally, they look more like this, and they're stacked up and they're just turned over once a day for 10 days, and then finally they're pierced, and that allows the air to interact with the blue mould spores which were put in at the creamery, and then they start to go blue and you get that lovely crust all the way around them. But I'm keen to try the type of Yorkshire Wensleydale that I've made today. This is put in the storeroom to mature for 6 to 8 weeks, and resident cheese grader Phil Jones knows exactly when it's ready to eat.
This is our cheese iron.
A cheese iron, of course it is.
This is what a cheese grater uses to look inside the cheese.
Right. Whoa.
Then we pull out a bore, and then what you're looking for there is a clean back of the iron.
It's clean as a whistle, yeah.
Should be nice, clean on the aroma.
Lovely.
So if you'd like to take a little bit, and that should have a nice, clean flavour.
It has, and it's very crumbly too. Isn't it?
Very crumbly, with that lovely honeyed sweet aftertaste, which is typical of our Wensleydale. That comes from the milk from the cows in this area.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm continuing my coast-to-coast journey across England, and I'm now in the Yorkshire Dales. Like all rural communities, the farmers' market is where the action is. I've come to the market town of Leyburn, to one of the most notable calf auctions in the north of England. Farmers come here every week from far and wide to buy and sell their animals. The value of sheep and cattle sold in England and Wales in 2015 was over £1.5 billion. It's big business. Breeders Richard Shuttleworth and Colin Whitlock have travelled 40 miles from Skipton to try and sell their 8 calves.
Yes, please.
How is the price of the stuff that you sell determined?
The quality of the animal and by the number of buyers that's here. Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
And does that oscillate from week to week?
Yes, yes.
Calves are sold between 3 and 6 weeks old.
Pen 3, Scarlett. Pen 3 goes to the ring first. Go on, Sammy.
Richard and Colin need to sell for a decent price to make their trip worthwhile. So when you come here every week, in a sense, part of your livelihood's at stake, isn't it?
It is, very much so, yeah. That's his profit. And if we're not making profit, we can't carry on.
Looking to buy some beef calves to fatten up for meat is David Albut. He's driven 90 miles from Driffield in East Yorkshire.
I see a good pen of calves there that's been well looked after.
How do you know that?
Well, you can tell by the colour of the skin, the shininess of the skin.
Yeah.
He's alert and his ears are up and he's not drivelly down his nose. It's just all about his health and size, really.
Do you think you'll be buying today?
I've come maybe 2.5 hours, so I don't want to go home empty. May the best man win.
The turnover can be anything between £50,000 and £250,000, depending on what's being sold and the prices the livestock fetch on the day. What was that, £145?
£145, yeah. Last week, this would have made about £340.
OK.
Last week.
The auctioneer's making sales of beef calves, but for the life of me, I can't tell who's buying. Are you bidding? I only just realised that. Yeah. It is like playing poker, isn't it?
You never want too many people to know what you're up to.
I always fancied myself as a bit of a poker player, so I want to have a go.
15.
25?
5.
For a newbie like me, this atmosphere is intoxicating.
Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it.
And it's easy to get carried away.
They can't stop you. Yeah.
I feel like a cowboy. 134 calves have been sold here today, but unfortunately it's not been a great day for sellers Richard and Colin.
A bit disappointing, really. Calf made 365 and I thought it'd have made 400.
Same for you?
Yeah, disappointed with today's trade.
What were the problems today?
I think it was mainly down to the number of buyers there were around the ring.
So was it your mistake bringing them here today rather than another day?
No, calves get to a point that they're ready for selling, so when they're ready for selling, they need to go. That's how it goes.
That's what a market's all about. It's what it is on the day, the trade is on the day.
It was a buyer's market today, and David's very happy to have bought calves for an average of £142 each, a very good price. Must have been my bidding.
Yeah, we've had a good day. Had a good day, for a change. It's been easier to buy today than in previous weeks.
But you did enjoy today, didn't you?
Yeah, I do enjoy market days, yeah. It's where you make or break it, I suppose. You must have brought me some luck.
It wasn't so much having the calves that was the pleasure for me, it was the bidding for them.
Have you paid for them?
I think it's time to leave before I get lumbered with a big bill. Yorkshire Dales National Park covers 841 square miles across Yorkshire and extends to small areas of Lancashire and Cumbria too. And just 7 miles down the road from Laban is one of its most famous natural landmarks. Throughout my journey across Cumbria and the Yorkshire Dales, I've constantly been bumping into people with innovative new small businesses. But this is a story about a business at the other end of its life. Look at the sheer industrial weight of this mill. But who needs anything like this anymore? All that's left of it is this little craft shop and a hint to its former grandeur, the water that once drove it, the magnificent Aysgarth Falls, one of the premier tourist attractions around here, and justifiably so. This triple flight of waterfalls carved out of the River Eure stretches for almost a mile and dramatically drops 30 metres. The watermill next to it was built back in 1854 and for the next 100 years successfully produced cotton, wool and corn, all driven by these powerful falls. Visitors have flocked here for over 200 years and it's inspired painters, poets and writers. I've now left Aysgarth in Wensleydale and headed just 10 miles northwest up to the neighbouring valley of Swaledale. Built on a hillside above the River Swale is the pretty village of Muker, home to around 300 residents and a surprising local group. Listen, can you hear? This is the Muker Silver Band, a traditional brass band that, albeit with different members, has survived for over 100 years. Oh, that was fantastic. I love the way the bass notes hold it all together. I love the twiddly bits at the top as well. But, how long has this band been in existence?
We formed in 1897.
You weren't there at the beginning, were you?
No, but those two up there were.
Are these guys here?
Two of those,
yeah.
were.
There are 15 surviving brass bands in the Yorkshire Dales today, but back in the early 19th century, there would have been many more. The local workforce were lead miners, and every mining community had a band. Today, Muker's current bandmaster is Norman Guy.
It started because of Queen Victoria's 60th Jubilee. So our vicar of the time decided why didn't Muker have a band to play for the anniversary of Victoria. So that's how the band was formed.
Back in 1897, residents wanted their own band so badly they raised £50, a small fortune at the time, and bought some second-hand instruments. The band was born. But less than 20 years later, unable to compete with foreign imports, the lead mining industry virtually collapsed. The mines may have gone, but the band played on. Although some things have changed, as Dorothy Guy and Judith Dower explain. Were there both men and women here from the beginning?
No, not in 1897.
So when did the women come in?
Well, I started in 1971.
But you were one of the first.
Yes.
One of the suffragettes of this band.
Well, the others weren't far behind.
And you've been on tour too recently, haven't you?
Indeed, to Southern Ireland. We played in Adair and Bunratty Castle.
How did it go?
Very well.
You sure, all the time?
Well, what goes on tour stays on tour.
Sylvia Crooks has played concerts with the band all over Europe. They continue to give regular performances in nearby Richmond and across the Dales. The band's still hugely popular in the village, with their members ranging from 19 to 82 years of age. What else are you going to be rehearsing this afternoon?
The Smardale song, which is our local anthem, I suppose you could call it. It's a song that was written by John Reynoldsson in 1886 as a lament for the closing of the lead mines.
So if there's a lament, does that mean that there's lyrics as well as music?
There are, yeah.
I'll sing of a place to my heart very dear, a place where I always would dwell, and if you will kindly lend me your ear, a few of its beauties I'll tell. That's lovely, isn't it? So you're going to sing that this afternoon?
Yes, and will you sing with us?
I don't know the tune.
Well, we'll soon learn it. It's not a difficult tune.
All right, you sing along with me?
Yes, I'll sing along.
All right. It's great to see this traditional music isn't only surviving, but thriving. The mining industry here may be long gone, but the Muker Silver Band is ensuring that this part of their cultural heritage is here to stay.
In that beautiful dale, home of the swale, how well do I love thee, how well do I love thee, beautiful dale, home of the swale, beautiful, beautiful dale.
Thank you very much. In the next part of my journey, I'm heading 25 miles north to discover another industry thriving on the heather moorlands. It's like I'm walking down a street full of factories, except we're not in Manchester or Leeds. We're right in the middle of the Yorkshire Dales. It's a peaceful dawn. I'm up early and heading to a remote part of the Yorkshire Dales, 12 miles north of Laban. It's first thing in the morning on the Yorkshire Dales. There's a bitter wind. It's like I've just dived into a pool of freezing water, and I hate early starts, but I've had to because I've got to meet some workers who've got up even earlier than I have. Thousands of them, actually. Scott Varley and his brother-in-law Paul Went are bringing 50 hives packed with bees to these moorlands. Hi guys.
Morning. Morning.
To infuse their honey with the scent of late summer heather.
During the summer, the bees are obviously on farmland.
Yeah.
They obviously get different flowers and crops, which they help pollinate. This time of year, the only flower that really is available is the heather. We then put them on the truck and bring them up to the moors so they can try and get some of this lovely heather.
How many hives have you got?
We have about 1,700 beehives. There's probably roughly somewhere between 30 to 40,000
bees in each hive.
In each hive?
Yeah.
I thought there'd be about 10,000 in total. So this is a big business.
It is, yeah.
If I've done my sums correctly, that's 2 million bees around me right now.
So here we go.
Oh, smart.
And, hopefully that should keep you protected.
Time for me to go undercover.
Yeah.
I've no idea where I'm going most of the time in this hat. Throughout the year, Scott and Paul move their hives to different sites across Yorkshire and Durham. Working with local farmers, the bees have access to the best flowers in bloom and help pollinate the crops.
Bees can drift quite a lot from hive to hive. They locate themselves by the surroundings in front of the hive.
Oh, I see. All the homes look the same to them. What's important to them is the garden. The bit
That's right, yes.
I love the idea that a load of them can't find their way home, so they all hang out in the wrong hive.
Yeah, it does happen, yeah.
The British bee population has been declining by over 30% since 2007. An alarming rate when you consider a third of what we eat relies on pollination by them. Wow! Ooh.
So we give them a little bit of a smoke.
Yeah.
This will calm the bees down.
Smoke confuses the bees and stops them from getting agitated. God, amazing.
Yes.
This is actually honeycomb.
It is honeycomb, yes. This is what honey looks like prior to extracting.
Worker bees can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours to collect the nectar from the flowers. They then take it back to the hive, where the nectar is made into honey and stored in honeycomb. These bees only visit heather, don't they?
While they're up here, yes.
So does that alter the taste of the honey?
It does, yes. Each honey from each flower tastes different. Heather honey is very strong, almost has a burnt sugar caramel taste to it.
It's incredible to think that each of these hives contains about 40,000 bees, and each bee is constantly beavering away to produce food. And already today, we've put down about 50 of these hives. It's like I'm walking down a street full of factories, except we're not in Manchester or Leeds. We're right in the middle of the Yorkshire Dales, surrounded by this frenzy of production. After 5 or 6 weeks, the bees in each hive will have made enough honey to fill up to 20 jars. How long does it take from the moment one of these bees flies off, gets a bit of nectar and comes back with it, until the moment we unscrew the jars on our table?
The bees are up here for about 5 to 6 weeks. So in that period of time, the bees basically collect all the nectar, as you've said, bring it back to the hive, and we take it back down to the extraction plant to put it through an extractor, which takes the honey out of the comb.
Hives like these are helping to ensure a future for the honeybees. Beekeepers like Scott and Paul are helping to save the species while providing us with something naturally sweet. We're just about finished now. In about 5 weeks' time, the lads will come back, put the hives back on the van, take it off to Paul's place. He'll take the frames out, extract the honey. They'll put it into these jars, and Bob's your uncle. Here we go. Heather honey. Absolutely gorgeous. Mind you, I've stuck my finger in this now, so I have to keep it, won't I? See you, lads. Leaving the North York Moors behind, I'm marching 3 miles south of Richmond to visit the biggest army barracks in the world. Catterick Garrison covers an area of 4 square miles and is home to 13,000 personnel.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Foxglove, sir?
Yeah, that's right.
Write your name there, please, sir. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.
I'm not here to play soldier, but to visit one of its disused training grounds that has now been transformed into a wildlife haven. The man behind the whole project is Major Tony Crease of the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards.
Tony, hello. Major Tony Crease. Welcome to Foxglove Cover.
Thank you.
Great
Yeah,
pleasure to have you here. Really nice to have you here.
Looking forward to it. I'm really intrigued. When army training left the site, the land lay wild for 20 years. But when Major Creese returned from the Gulf in 1992, he saw its potential and, driven by a passion for wildlife, set about its transformation into a nature reserve. What did this look like originally?
This place originally had lain fallow for 20 years. It was really a wilderness, it was a jungle.
Today, I'm getting the chance to join a team of volunteers who are building a new feeding point for birds and otters in the middle of the lake.
This is the volunteers just clearing up now before we start taking the...
It's a lot of brush, isn't there?
A lot of brush.
Shall I give him a hand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, here we go. Oh, thank you. Around 100 volunteers help at the site every week. Oh, my word. An even split of military and civilians. This is one way of bringing the garrison and the local community together. As befits his rank, Major Creese is overseeing operations.
Right, ladies and gents, if you could finish off now, please, and make your way back up onto the boardwalk. Sean and Lee, you ready to go?
Good to go, Tony? Yep.
Roger, you fit to go with a wind shover?
We're going to start up now then, over.
Roger out. Right, well, we're ready to go.
What is it that we're trying to achieve here?
We've got an old ash tree that's rotten, and we're going to drag it into the middle of the lake where it can be seen clearly from the hide and create some perches for the waterfowl that we have. You know, the moorhens, coots, ducks, probably kingfisher.
So you're fighting in the middle of Iraq and then you come home and you stick a nature reserve in the middle of Catterick Barracks. What's going on, Tony?
I've been interested in wildlife all my life. You know, in the Gulf, I used to watch the wildlife crossing the desert. So even there, it was fun. Roger, now very, very cannily, if you would, just start to pull it.
Going. Well done.
Jobbed.
That was incredible.
Good job, Sean. Good job.
Do we want to get it out further, or is that just what you wanted?
No, we want to take it now. From there, we're going to have to bring a winch onto here and drag it round so that the whole piece of timber finishes up in the middle of the lake.
There are 15 different habitats here, with 2,500 recorded species. These include over 100 species of birds that are carefully monitored by a team including Sophie and Stacey, including this tiny willow warbler. They have the job of ringing and recording the bird's movements and population.
So he has a ring number of AKN 109. Perfect. So he has a wing length of 56. So he can be released and off you go.
Hello. What have you got in there?
This one is a siskin.
Oh, it's a lovely colour. Where did you collect it?
So we've collected these this morning. As you can see, we've got a few more.
These are all birds?
These are all birds.
Hi, guys.
So we catch them using a process called mist netting. So we put up these really fine nets sort of between the trees, and then the birds fly into the nets.
Yeah. To date, the Foxglove team have ringed 57,000 birds, ranging from the common blue tit and robin to ones as rare as the yellow-browed warbler and the icterine warbler.
L365383.
They don't get distressed by the rings?
No, it doesn't distress them. We have different sized rings for the different sized birds so that we can get the lightest ring possible for each bird.
Each ringed bird is skillfully handled to prevent injury, and its weight and size are carefully recorded.
It is. Weighs 11.5 grams.
So presumably you can get a lot of evidence of their migration patterns from this?
Yes, yeah, we can, and it's amazing how far some of the birds travel. Even like a blackbird from here has been found in Norway. You wouldn't think they would go that far, but they do.
I certainly wouldn't think that a blackbird would go to Norway. I thought they just hung around your house. Keeping detailed records of the wildlife is very important as part of the conservation work. It flags species that are in decline and enables the Major and the team to help protect them.
So this is a chaffinch. Tony, would you like to release this one?
I'd love to.
Back into the wild.
I don't know how to hold it.
Well, if you can see, there's a natural hollow between these two fingers here.
Yeah.
So if you place that over the bird's head,
Oh,
that's it. That's called the ringer's grip.
Oh, look. Aren't you gorgeous?
And then you just need to take the top hand off when you're ready.
Oh! I think that was one of the loveliest things I've ever been involved with. It's gone. Thank you.
We might find out where to one day.
It's time to see how Major Crease and his team are getting on. It's well into the afternoon now, and the guys have been working all day to get the winch in place and lash the ropes across the tree to make sure they get it where they want, so it can become a sanctuary in the middle of the pond for birds and otters.
Willie, when I give you the go, really slowly, just start to pull it.
Full go, over.
OK, Willie.
Yeah, oh!
Can you hold there, Willie, please?
With some careful manoeuvring of the landscape, Major Crease and his team have created an array of environments where nature can flourish and visitors can view the wildlife.
Right, Willie, give it another try, please. Gently. No, stop. Whoa. Willie, I think that's good there.
Willie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Send over.
Looks really good from the height. It's really central. Over.
Really pleased with that. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
It does look good, doesn't
That's
it?
good.
Yeah. Well done.
Brilliant. I'm very
Thank you
grateful.
very much.
Thank you very much to all of you.
Foxglove Covert has become an important place for scientific study and preservation, but it's also a wonderful wildlife haven for visitors to enjoy. A military operation conducted with typical British Army efficiency in order to help conserve Yorkshire's wildlife. Pretty good day, I think. Coming up, I visit a grand house where the neglected land that surrounds it has been lovingly restored to its former glory. So it's 5 years ago, right, and there's nothing here but sheep and grass.
Yes.
And you've got to turn it into a garden. Where do you start? I'm continuing my journey through the spectacular Yorkshire Dales. I've left Catterick Garrison and I'm off to visit one of the most charming places on this route. Just 11 miles east is the country estate of Kipling Hall. Typical sunny Saturday afternoon at a stately home. Look at it, wonderful Jacobean, Victorian mishmash that makes us all feel as though we're looking at history. And over there, can you see that enormous country park? And over here, beyond this wall, is of course the archetypal walled garden. Except up to 5 years ago, beyond there wasn't a garden, there was a load of sheep and a lot of grass. The garden had been neglected for a long time, but 5 years ago, an ambitious project set about to renew it and bring it back to life. The 150 acres are now bursting with beautiful blooms and a thriving array of fruit and vegetables. Oh, look at these massive rhubarb leaves. When I was a kid, I used to be a bit freaked out by rhubarb. I think it was something to do with the size of all this vegetation, but now I find it really rather exotic. And you've got lovely strawberries over here. Hope they don't mind. Oh. When I was a kid, my dad came home from the Second World War and he planted this little vegetable garden outside our back doors so that his son would be full of vitamin C as he grew up. So every time I see rhubarb and strawberries and raspberries, I think of the old man, bless him. Head gardener Chris Baker took on the challenge to transform the dilapidated estate gardens to their former glory. Cool, that looks old.
That's the only existing apple tree that was in the walled garden when I came.
When you first came here, so it was a model for what was going to happen up here?
That's right, yeah.
Soon, I guess, the branches will be touching and you'll have a real avenue of trees. So what kind of veg were they growing in the Victorian times?
Well, not too dissimilar to now. I mean, we've got pickling cucumbers, Savoy cabbages, peas, you know, and beans. It's similar things, but different varieties.
Throughout its 400-year history, this Jacobean country house has been owned by just 4 families. Kipling Hall was originally built in 1619 for George Cavett, the Secretary of State for James I. During the Second World War, it was requisitioned and converted into flats for RAF officers. Like most requisitioned buildings, Kipling Hall's condition continued to deteriorate after the war, and it's been an ongoing restoration project ever since. The last owner was Bridget Talbot, who was determined to save it from demolition and set up the Kipling Hall Charitable Trust in 1968. It's still run by the trustees today. It wasn't just Chris's green fingers which brought the garden back to life. To get the details right, he had to turn detective. So that's 5 years ago, right, and there's nothing here but sheep and grass.
Yes.
And you've got to turn it into a garden. Where do you start?
Well, first of all, you've got to look at the maps. It's all in the archives. It's in the North Yorkshire, in the Records Office, and of course the archives that we have here as well.
Chris was able to study the Ordnance Survey maps that were drawn in the 1890s. These clearly show the layout of the garden and outbuildings, providing Chris with accurate information which helped to replicate the design.
So, according to the OS maps, what they had here were one greenhouse, which was a show house because it was next to the main path. They had another one over there, which was grown subtropical ornamental plants. We've got seed lists which date from the 1770s, which would indicate that they were actually growing vegetables. Later on, in about the 1890s, we're looking at photographs of how the walled garden looked, which then gives us a general layout for the actual beds themselves.
Walled gardens reached peak popularity for large houses during Victorian times. These walls not only protected the crops from the elements, but also from scrumpers stealing their prized produce.
We then see whereabouts the nails were in the walls, whereabouts the fruit foreman was putting his nails, tying his fruit in, looking for labels on the walls, because once you have the lead labels on the walls, then you know what variety of fruit they were actually growing on the wall.
Old lead plant labels?
Yeah, so we've got Kirk's plum, which is down there. So we research, can we still get hold of Kirk's plum? Yes, we can. So we buy it.
In its heyday, there would have been at least 7 full-time gardeners tending to these plants. These days, Chris relies on a team of 15 part-time volunteers who are carrying on traditional techniques like training these fruit trees into beautiful shapes. That one is gorgeous, isn't it?
So that's fan trained, and the fan trains are like a fan. And then we've got espaliers, the trees which have horizontal
Oh, yes,
arms.
yeah.
We're pruning them in the modified laureate system.
Oh, come on, the modified laureate system, what's that?
It is a true system of pruning espalier fruit trees where we take these lateral shoots down to 1 to 2 leaves, like so.
Yeah. What's this garden for? Is it just for tourists to come and see how gardens used to be in the old days?
Primarily, it was built to serve the house to provide self-sufficiency in fruit and vegetables and cut flowers for the hall. And so that is realistically what we're trying to get back. So at the minute, everything that's grown here is produced for the hall, for the cafe in there, and anything excess, then we sell to the public.
Well, that sounds like a cue to me. Time to head inside and try some of the produce from the garden for myself. Look at this. You've got local Wensleydale cheese in the quiche, which is delicious. In the salad, you've got nasturtium leaves and marigolds from the refurbished garden. Bob's your uncle, is that for me?
Yes, it's white chocolate and raspberry scone, and the raspberries are from the walled garden.
Oh, lovely. Old-fashioned values in a modern context. I'll go for this, even though I haven't finished this yet. Next time, I'm in North Yorkshire, where I get a bird's eye view of the moors.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Whee! Sample some of the area's more colourful crops. This is like eating a bridal headdress. And discover the story of the penniless monks who upgraded their humble monastery into the grandest of abbeys. Bang! Where's the poverty now? They'd put up this symphony in stone.